Location scouting is one of the fun steps in the process. You get to get out to see different locations, start to fulfill the vision of what you created in your mind. It's the opportunity that you really you want to see a few of these options so that you can really kind of start to put together the visuals of your film. Make sure you see lots of locations.
Oh, instead of this interior, using this interior.
Oh.
I mean, that just feels kind of nice to me in there.
See ones you like, see ones you don't like. You're going to see aspects of locations that you like that have aspects that you don't like, so that you can in turn try and find other locations that have that and kind of pull it all together.
Around this corner and goes in there.
Right there?
Yeah.
So are we planning on seeing this section at all?
We will when the bomb goes
Got
off.
it. Now with the bomb. I'm very pleased with the standing location architecturally. It's just a really good sort of canvas to start out with, which is really exciting. And basically once we get some cars in here, some action, I'm gonna plan on setting up some vendors all throughout. And sort of, you just kind of keep layering it, layer, and we're going to have a really full-looking, action-packed set when we get done with it.
Once you decide what locations you're going to use, then it's all about figuring out the logistics for each of those locations and how you're actually going to pull off what you want to accomplish, at those locations, and what things do we need to prepare for to actually make it work.
When we go on a location scout, we're checking out the place that we're going to shoot the film. If it's not shot on stage, it's shot on location, which means it might be shot inside of a house, it might be shot, in the case of Big Game, it was shot inside of a Liberty ship, a World War II cargo ship.
In writing the screenplay for Big Game, I had a set where I wanted to have an interrogation scene. But I wanted it to be very different from your standard sort of interrogation scene. I wanted it to feel different. I wanted it to sound different. I didn't want it to be, the lamp, the traditional lamp between two guys and that sort of thing. But so I decided to write it in the galley of a ship. And that was where it was supposed to take place, and we couldn't find a ship. So we even talked about possibly building this little piece of a ship and what would that cost, and we went down we designed one and priced it out, and it was just too expensive. And the location manager, who is so valuable in pre-production, because this person can take and say, oh, I've done a movie on a set that's just like that, and it was on a ship down in the Los Angeles harbor. And I thought, well, let's go take a look. We climbed aboard this vessel and instantly thought, we could shoot this here, we could shoot that there, we could shoot. Suddenly it was solving our problems for us, which was great. We could use this shot going down the hallway for when they bring him in. We could use the dock for this. We could also use the dock for this other part of the movie where Josh is getting off the boat.
When we got to the area that we did shoot, we all looked at it and said, this is the place. This is where we want to shoot it.
That's the advantages of shooting something practical in scouting your locations. Is your dressing is going to be, hopefully most of it's there, and then you just add these little accents that make it, your own, or make it your whatever location you're trying to shoot.
When you're location scouting, you also have to think about every other department. You have to think for the sound. Are you in a direct flight line of an airport? Is there humming? Is there, are there machinery that's going that you can't turn off, that will kill the dialogue scene? So a lot of times that's the last thing that people think about is let's everybody be quiet and listen.
And then the DP, the art director, various people, with the DP will be the gaffer and the key grip. And basically, you'll go there, the director will say, okay, this looks nice, we're going to shoot in this direction. On the day of the shooting, you hope that that's actually what you do. Because we're going to shoot this way, and then when the DP sees that, okay, well then maybe we should we'll put a big key over here, and the DP confers with the gaffer about what he wants, where it's going to go, and so forth and so on.
One of the aspects of locations and location scouting, and once you've got your locations locked, a part of locations is about going on a tech scout. This is probably one of the most important elements to your locations department, because they need to gather information from every department key as to their needs. You know, where are the breakers? Where are we going to pull the power in? For like big game, we scouted the ship. Our gaffer and our electricians needed to know how much cable they needed to run out of the ship, down the plank, down the side of the ship, and to the generator. We were able to find the look that we needed all here in Los Angeles, which is pretty unique because this movie takes place all over the world. So we were kind of setting out to find a couple of places. We were trying to find Afghanistan, a city in Afghanistan, and none of the backlots here in Los Angeles have that set. But we were able to find one up in Santa Clarita, which is north of Los Angeles. It's a set that's been built for, a couple of years now, a few years, and fortunately we were able to lock it.
One of the worst things that happened to us location-wise was that we lost our location.
I would probably describe myself as panicked. Well, we just had a little issue with our location, and welcome to the movie business. Yeah. The unfortunate thing is that we don't have the ability to just like a big studio. This one isn't a big studio movie. If it was the last movie I worked on, we could just buy our way into whatever. But this one isn't the case. So we were hoping to be at Blue Cloud, which was a great set, and we just got news tonight that we will not be at Blue Cloud.
Gotcha.
So Renee spoke very highly of you and your intuitiveness and genius and.
Okay, you can stop now because he didn't that big a check.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Well, I think schedule-wise, that's a possibility.
What do you have, or what do you got?
It was ready to go. Our location manager had shot here before. She had talked to the guy. We were ready to go. And when we went to see a location, it was a dream come true, an absolute dream come true. It had everything that we wanted. Suddenly, we could shoot everything we needed to in this film in this one location. And then, the other foot fell, which was that, there was a big paying production that was already there. And even though they weren't using the space that we wanted to use, they wouldn't let us use it on those days. And there was just no negotiating. We talked to them, we tried to pay for half of the budget, or half of their location budget. We offered everything. We tried to do everything we possibly could to make this work, and there was just no way around it.
We need a Middle Eastern city. Just some exterior buildings, whatever that may be, to double as Turkey, Afghanistan, Pakistan.
Right. Gotcha. Are you looking at shooting it?
We are looking at shooting it starting next week, but that set actually shoots next Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
We shut down production. We shut down production for 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, and 3 weeks later started back up. And all those initial startup costs we re-incurred, and we took it in the shorts, trying to get Tangiers or get Turkey, But in the film, when you see it, you can see why we shot there. I mean, it makes sense why we shot there. You couldn't go down into Los Angeles and you should shoot on any corner and find that look. Ultimately, we ended up shooting in that location. We got what we wanted, but at a cost. It did cost us to do that.
We were fortunate to be able to find all of our locations that would really play for different locations around the world.